For VAST Challenge 2017 MC1, we used quite a few softwares to analyze our data and provide answers to the questions of the challenge. Our visual analytics process was to look at what was given to us by the dataset, dig deeper into the dataset to find what was not obvious, and then make hypotheses of the dataset based on those. So the first software that we use is Tableau. Tableau is very user-friendly, and this feature makes the initial data visualization easier, especially if nothing is known about the dataset. Since we were given a map, we wanted to look at what our data looks like based on the map. After plotting these points in Tableau, we put them in Excel, imported them back into Tableau, and then joined into the original dataset. From here, we wanted to see the features of our dataset and make hypotheses from those. We were able to establish patterns based on our data features, such as the type of cars, the gates, and the time. We also used SQLite to query the specific parts of our data that we wanted to explore. We then imported those back into Tableau and joined them to the original dataset. Using filters, we were able to establish one group. The SQLite provided us another group. As you can see, we use a lot of maps, heat maps, bar graphs. We used a box plot over here for our overnight travelers. One more heat map, another map, heat map. And then since we were able to establish patterns that were normal to our data set, we can now distinguish what is not normal and what is odd. So we were able to find out a car that never left, trespassers. So you can see we have heat maps here and table. We used a lot of maps for our trespassers as well. And then we also found frequent travelers. We look at their gates based on the heat map. And then we also found that we have cars speeding throughout our data set. Then we used D3 to allow for further interaction with our data set. So we wanted to recreate the map, which is this, into D3, which is now this. In Tableau, we couldn't interact with the map directly, but in D3, you can do some dragging to see. Especially this is helpful when the data becomes overcrowded. You can highlight some paths to see where they lead to and if they do overlap. We also made some graphs that look at the data and tries to analyze it on an overview in a larger scale. We made some graphs that we couldn't make in Tableau as well. And then we wanted to compare and contrast the groups that we formed in Tableau and see what are their relationships with each other. So these are the graphs that we filtered, the groups, and then we compare them to our odd behavior groups and see how do they relate to each other.